All right, everybody. Can I tell you that I am loving, loving, loving Screencastify? This is just such a great purchase that the district has made for us. So whenever you have an opportunity, you might want to give a shout out to anybody, the board, any of our directors, anybody, just to let them know that this was an amazing purchase. Anyways, so this video is going to be all about attendance. So I'm going to go ahead and give you some scenarios and situations like that with attendance. So the first thing that I'm going to do is tell you that attendance must be taken every single day. And one of the things we want to do is we want to train our students to take attendance on their own by completing a Google form. So Stephanie has made a Google form right here. So if you click here to make your own copy, it is going to give you an opportunity to make your own copy. Now, if you've made your copy before yesterday, you may have some things that you want to go back and delete, but I'm going to go over this copy. So when we open up this copy, it's going to open up and it's going to say copy of CMS daily attendance. I like to put my name. So let me tell you something that I found out. When the video shows, not the video, when the clip in Google Classroom shows, it's going to show this name. I found that out by working with Rachel Harry. So what I would do is I would actually put my name here, right? But if I want my name first, I would actually just switch it. I don't care if my name is first or last, but a lot of people were putting Powers copy up here, like their own name, but it was not showing this way when it uploaded to your students. It was showing CMS daily attendance form with Powers as the name. So just wanted to make sure that you realize that when the actual link shows, it's going to show the title as it's labeled here. So if you don't put your own name in there, it's going to say teacher, enter your name or something along those lines. Okay. You can also go ahead and get rid of those directions right here. So teachers make your own copy of this form. And so that's what we're doing. So we can go ahead and get rid of that. Okay. Now I'm going to go ahead and look and I'm going to go through this just to make sure it says everything that I need. Notice that we took off the date. This format that we're using automatically sets the date. It's a timestamp. So we're using that. This way we get the real time that they have gone in. We're checking out our class block. Now you could put all 6 blocks, okay? But if you know that you're not teaching certain blocks, like I'm going to do 8th grade right now, and I know 8th grade is not teaching 2nd or 6th block. So I just got rid of those, okay? But that's your choice. You can and you don't have to do that. The other thing is your last name and your first name. So we're going to go ahead and put first name and last name. If you want to switch the order, you're welcome to. I would say leave it as last name, first name, so the kids get used to it. It's not going to make you crazy. There was another option on the older form that asked students, did they have any questions about homework or assignments? Or did they want to share any information with you? I suggest you either get rid of that whole question. I'm asking that you definitely get rid of the question that said, do you have any questions about assignments? Because we're asking the students to communicate through Google Classroom on that. But I would also, if you're going to leave that last question, which is fabulous and wonderful, and our counselors would probably love it. However, if a student chooses to reach out to you on that form and you don't pay attention to that form, you have to that might be the one time that the student reaches out and you never checked the form, and so you drop the ball. So for many of us, we've decided to take that off, and so in the new make a copy, we've taken that off. Another thing that we want to make sure that we do, and again, I'm trying to change this on the template, but if you have not done this already, you want to double check. And we don't want to do response receipts. We want to unclick that. So on anything new, I have unclicked that before you make your copy. But if you've already made your copies, don't redo it. Just go in. You're going to go into your settings wheel, and you are going to unclick response receipts. That keeps students from getting an email. And that's thanks to Kelly Hawkins for telling us about that. So then you go ahead and save, and now you are set up the way you needed to be set up. So I hope that helped understand the form. Now I'm going to talk to you about attendance. Attendance is mandatory. It's required by everybody. But what we're going to do is we are going to take attendance in PowerSchool. Every day you are going to take attendance in PowerSchool. So you're going to open up PowerSchool. On Monday, when you have only cohort A students with you, you are going to look at those students. So let's say you have a class of 20 and only 10 are there on Monday. You're going to look at those 10 students, and if everybody is there, you're going to open up PowerSchool and you're going to click submit because everybody's present. And the default is students are present. If you have somebody absent, you're going to open up that PowerSchool. You are going to mark the person that's not with you unexcused, and then everybody else is with you. So you're just going to go ahead and hit submit. For the time being, when you're in that classroom on the A day, and this would work, opposite ends when we're getting to the B days, when you are with your students on that A day, you are going to assume, and I'm putting air quotes up there, we are going to assume that everybody at the B cohort is participating. The reason we're assuming is a student might not actually log in exactly at 8:30 for their first block class, but they will do all of their first block assignments. So we're really going to use assignments to let us know if our students are doing what they're supposed to do. So we are going to assume that they are present. But we are going to use this attendance sheet as our backup or as our legalities so that we can refer back to this and say, okay, here's where I have a problem. So little Joey Smith was not signing in every day into his Google form, and he was not doing his assignments. Once I notice he's not doing his assignments, I'm like, oh no, is he been absent or is he just choosing not to do my assignments? So I go back and I look and I see that he has not been signing my attendance form. And I reach out to the student and the family, and I find out that the student has been ill. I now contact Share, and we change any of those days present to unexcused, and then Share will take it from there. Remember, 3 unexcused absences, we have a process to start, and that was on that Google expectation form, I believe, that Stephanie shared with you. But again, what we're going to do is we are going to assume when you have cohort A with you, you are going to take attendance for the people that are physically in your room, and you're going to assume everybody in cohort B is attending. You're going to do that on Monday and Tuesday. Then Wednesday, every student must attend. Every student will be in your virtual classroom on Wednesday. So if it's first block at 8:30, all of your students should be attending. By 8:35 or 8:40, you want to go ahead and take attendance. You will take attendance, and there are some shortcuts to how you can do that without calling roll. Check with Lori if you have any questions on that, or Stephanie. There is going to be something when we get the enterprise version of Google that does take attendance, and there is an extension out now, but we don't recommend you download that extension. The extension comes from a third party, and it's been messing up. So we're going to wait until Google pushes it out. So what you're going to do on Wednesday is take attendance, and all the students sitting in front of you. Now, if little Sally Summers is not sitting in front of you on her virtual class, you're going to mark her unexcused. She's unexcused because she was expected to be present. Okay. And again, Cher Kinsey will go ahead and take care of all of that. She will take care of all of that logistics and checking in to see if it was a real excuse, if she just cut your class, and things with administration will be dealt with from there. Now we're going to go to our Thursday cohort. And just like we did our B cohort on Thursday and Friday, just like we did Monday and Tuesday, we're going to physically take attendance for our B cohort kids. And we're going to assume that all of the A cohort kids are attending. They're at home and they are attending. Now, here's what you do as the teacher. And we're asking that you use Wednesdays. Once we get started, Wednesday seems like a good reconciliation day. But we ask whatever day you choose to do your reconciliation, that you don't go past a week. What we want you to do is, say we started on Wednesday, September 9th, right? September 8th, we're just going to go with as the first day. September 9th is our first day. Everybody meets with us on Wednesday. Then Thursday and Friday, I have my cohort B kids. Cohort A is supposed to be working at home. Monday and Tuesday, I have my cohort A kids. B is supposed to be working at home. When I pull back together on Wednesday, I now take a look. Did my students do all their work? If my students did all their work when they were at home, they're great. The attendance is perfect. If a student did not do their work, So if little Sally did not do her work and you're looking at Sally's work and you're like, she hasn't done any assignments. And then you go back into the attendance sheet and you see, she hasn't signed in on anything. You're good to say that she's been unexcused. And you can contact Share and you guys can change that present to unexcused. Currently, and I hate to say that, so I'm going to say currently at 12:34. Oh, look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4 on 8/28, 12:34. I'm telling you that we are unsure if the teachers are going to be able to go back in on Wednesday and mark changes to Tuesday, Monday, the previous Friday, and the previous Thursday. So we're telling you to check with Share. We may get information that you will be able to go back and make those changes. And if you are able to make those changes, great. Do it on your own. You don't even have to tell Share. She will be reconciling all of that information also. So we hope that that helps. We hope that you realize that Wednesdays are a required attendance day. People have asked about Wednesdays as being a virtual day. Do you have to stay in your Google Classroom? The answer is yes. You need to be in your virtual Google Classroom. The virtual Google Meet. Google Meet. You need to be in your Google Meet all day. So that was one of the benefits of creating one link. So you're going to stay in there all day. That doesn't mean that you're teaching for the full 50 minutes. You might do an 8-minute lesson and have the kids go work on their own. Eventually, when the enterprise additions come in and you have small groups, that's going to be awesome. You can make your kids into little breakout rooms and you can have time where you're working with each group individually. That'll be awesome. It's not there yet, so don't add that pressure to your scheduling. But you are going to be in your Google Meet and your Google Classroom for the entire time that you are in a class period. Do you have to stay in your Meet during planning? No, but that's just like being in your classroom. You're not always in your classroom during your planning period. So I hope this helps you understand attendance just a little bit better. If you have any questions, see Stephanie or myself or one of your team leaders. And I wish you guys the best of luck. You're going to be rock stars.